Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Gonna go back 85 years this hour and hear a program and enjoy a program with a cup of Chase and Sandborn coffee in hand. Edgar-bergen, Charlie McCarthy, don-ameche, W.C. Fields, the Chase and Sandborn Hour. This episode from August 22nd, 1937.
The makers of Chase and Sandborn Coffee, the delicious blend of the world's choice coffees, which sells at such a reasonable price, present the Chase and Sandborn Hour and your genial host, don-ameche.
This is the Chase and Sandborn Hour, and this is don-ameche with greetings from each and all of us. That grand singer, Nelson Eddy.
Oh, my, what a voice, the peak of perfection.
Yeah, you're right, Charlie, and a hail and hearty welcome from W.C. Fields.
Ah, what a nose, the beak of perfection.
Greetings, too, from Robert Armbruster and lovely Dorothy Lamour.
Now, that's perfection itself.
And Edgar-bergen and Charlie McCarthy.
Well, that's half perfect anyway.
I wonder which half. And it's swell to greet our special guest, Miss Glenda Farrell, one of our most versatile and popular screen stars.
Lemonade, lemonade, lemonade.
So what is this, Edgar? The call of the wild McCarthy?
Lemonade, lemonade.
No, Don, you see, Charlie's trying to pay for that car of mine that he wrecked. So he's going into business now. He's going to sell lemonade to all of us on the show.
Yeah, that's the idea. Lemonade, lemonade, 8 cents a glass, 2 for 16, 3 for... Lemonade, lemonade. 8 cents a glass, straight 8 cents a glass.
Now, Charlie, how is the lemonade business?
What?
I say, how is the lemonade business?
Oh, it's fine, Mr. Bergen. Why don't you buy a glass?
Well,
Oh, think of all I've done for you.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
But is it sanitary?
Hmm?
I say, is it sanitary?
Sanitary?
Yes.
Well, of course. Why, is my dog in it again?
No. Say, wait a minute, Charlie. Where did you get that bowl there?
Yeah, that lemonade bowl?
Yes.
Oh, a friend of mine gave it to me.
A friend of yours?
Yeah.
I see. It looks like my fish bowl.
Well, you're my friend.
Oh, I see. Why, it looks like there's a goldfish in the bottom of it now.
Don't say so. I could swear I cleaned it out.
Yes.
That's only an orange peel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Tell me, Charlie, how much do you make on your lemonade stand?
Well, you mean per day?
Yes, per day.
Well, let's see. You mean in a day?
In a day, yes.
Well, it's awful hard to say, Mr. Bergen. Business fluctuates so.
Yeah.
You just can't stop it from fluctuating. Well, some days I can make as high as, as high as, of course, then again, it'll fall off a little. So there you are.
Yes, well, about how much do you make?
You mean a day?
A day.
Well, I just can't tell you offhand quick like. I haven't gotten the ledger here.
No.
The girl is out to lunch.
Yes, I know.
But, I could just make a snap judgment.
Yes, that's what I know. In round figures.
In a day.
In a day.
Mm-hmm. Well, in round figures, I'd say around $3 a day.
$3 a day.
Now, of course, that's plenty around. That's around $3 too much.
Yes. That's just what I thought. Now, tell me truthfully, Charlie. How much have you sold today?
Today?
Yes.
Well, let's see. I sold for a little while ago, too. Been buzzing right along. You know how business is.
Yes.
Just buzzing right along.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was,
how much?
Well, there's four, and a little while ago, 2. And one was 2, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. But there's 24, and carry 2. You carry 1, and I'll carry 1. Well, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Buzzing right along.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the way it is.
Yes, but now tell me, Charlie. Have you sold any at all today?
No.
Yeah, well, I must tell you, Charlie, that lemonade looks a bit weak.
Weak?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Weak, huh? Yeah. Well, the rain didn't help it any.
No,
The profits liquidated.
I see, yes. But, Charlie, you can't sell lemonade if it doesn't look good.
Oh,
No.
well, it shouldn't be weak. There's a lemon in it.
Yes. Did you squeeze it thoroughly?
Oh, do you have to squeeze it?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, well, you got to find those secrets out.
Yes, certainly.
Hello, Charlie. I just heard about your lemonade stand, and I want to buy a glass. How much is it?
Lemonade is 8 cents a glass, Dorothy. But to you, it's 3 cents. I don't make a penny on it, Dottie. Not a penny. Just pays for the wear and tear on the lemon.
Oh, only 3 cents?
Uh-huh.
You're wonderful to me, Charlie. I'll take 2 glasses.
2 glasses. Woo-hoo! Doesn't right long. That'll be 6 cents. Shall I wrap it up, or will you take it with you?
Thank you, Charlie. I'll drink it here, and I'll pay you tomorrow.
Yeah, huh? Not so much buzzing. I got the worst of that deal.
Hello, Charlie. Congratulations on your new enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
How about a lemonade?
Don't mind if I do. Oh, you mean you want to buy one?
I certainly do, Charlie.
Oh, boy, buzzing right along. You know, this is going to grow into a big business, Mr. Eddie. I figure that in 2 months, the profits will enable me to cut a lemon.
You mean a melon, Charlie?
What am I selling, melonade or... How about a grapefruit juice? There isn't a better drink for the hot weather than a lemonade, I don't think.
Oh, yes, there is, Charlie. Iced coffee.
Well, now, maybe you're right, Mr. Cadell. Iced coffee. I bet you wouldn't get mad if I asked you what kind of coffee to buy, would you?
Well, not at all, Charlie. The answer is Chase and Sandborn coffee.
Chase and Sandborn? Comes as a complete surprise to me. I got a good idea. You talk about my lemonade stand, and I'll use your coffee.
Charlie, it's a deal.
Okay.
Now, look, Charlie. Here's an old friend of yours. You know the fellow who exchanged license numbers with you?
Uh-oh. Think I better close up for today.
Well, hello, Charlie. What do you sell?
I got a lemonade stand. How's your car? Did you fix it?
No, I sell it for junk.
Uh-huh.
I trade in my hunk of tin to buy a hot poppy stand.
With mustard?
Oh, sure.
Boy, you drove a hard bargain there, Gazzolo.
Say, look, Charlie, you make lots of money here?
Oh, I'm cleaning up. Another day like this, and I'll retire. I'll have to.
You're a pretty smart kid. You betcha my life.
You're not mad at me anymore, are you, Mr. Gazzolo?
Oh, no. I think you got the stuff, and I got the stuff, too.
That's the stuff.
That's it. Look, I'll tell you what we do. We make it a big merger. I got the hot puppy stand, you got the cold lemonade.
We're blowing hot and cold, huh?
You working for me, I working for you, all for nothing, and something for nobody.
Will you take that a little slower? I think I cheated you that time. What a slogan. We'll both go broke together, huh? We'll have our grand opening next Sunday. Huh? Plenty of profits, eh, Gazzolo?
Yeah, we split the profits, eh, kid?
Yeah, we're partners. We split the profits.
But look, suppose they ain't got no profits.
Well, then we'll split.
Oh, we're just getting started. An hour with Chase and Sandborn. Chase and Sandborn Coffee, that is. August 22nd, 1937, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Veterinary telemedicine is booming. Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Teller, president of the American Veterinary Medical Association, and I know firsthand that telehealth is a valuable tool to help provide our precious pets with the health care they need and deserve. Here are some situations where telemedicine may be an option for you and your pet. If the veterinarian has seen your pet in person in the past. If you're not sure you need to schedule an in-person visit. If your pet had surgery and needs post-operative follow-up. For skin diseases and rash rechecks. When your veterinarian needs to monitor your pet's chronic problems such as diabetes or allergies. If there are behavioral issues or training challenges. Or for hospice care. It's always good to have your session in a quiet place with good lighting. If you're not sure if you should set up a telehealth session, call your veterinarian and they'll let you know. To learn more, check out avma.org/telehealth. avma.org/telehealth.
I love it when here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we can spend time back with one single group of artists. And that's what we're doing here, the Chase and Sandborn Hour, Edgar-Bergen, Charlie-McCarthy, W.C. Fields, and of course, Don-Ameche, August 22nd, 1937.
The New York theater first knew Glenda Farrell as a dramatic actress. But her gift for comedy couldn't remain hidden long, and soon audiences were applauding her as a comedienne, and Hollywood discovered a new star. In her picture, Adventurous Blonde, the latest of the Torchy Blane series, Glenda Farrell gives another of her amusing performances as a girl reporter. For us, Miss Farrell plays the role of Elsa Dixon in the one-act comedy Lucky Day.
Lucky Day with Glenda Farrell as Elsa Dixon and Don-Ameche as Mr. Costigan. In a top-floor furnished room, Elsa Dixon and her husband Danny are having breakfast. A year ago, Danny was a bank clerk, but when a cousin left him $2,000, Elsa made him give up his job and devote his time to trying to win prize contests. For so far, they have won nothing, and although Elsa is sure their lucky day must come soon, their landlady, Mrs. Plutarch, is tired of waiting.
I've been hearing this talk for 6 weeks, and if the rent isn't paid by tomorrow morning, out you go on the street.
Oh, but Mrs. Plutarch, everyday prizes are awarded for something. The radio's full of contests, the newspapers, magazines.
Not to mention the automobiles that are raffled, rewards for lost articles, horse races.
And you'll never win any of them.
Well, I don't know why not. I'll bet nobody else in the United States makes a business of winning prizes like we do.
Well, if I don't have my rent by morning, you'll lose your room and everything in it.
But really, Mrs. Plutarch...
And you'll have to get rid of that dog, too.
Oh, Lucky? Oh, no. Lucky was given to us for good luck.
He's a charm.
Well, he don't charm the other tenants with all his barking.
Come on, Lucky boy, she doesn't like you. Up you go on the roof. There you are. Now be a good dog.
And as for you, Mr. Dixon, you'd better get around to the bank and get your job back. That's all I have to say.
That's enough.
Oh, well, don't let it get you down, darling. Did you look in the paper to see if you won the sedan you had a chance on?
Yeah, I missed it by one number. Yeah, the whole paper's full of Two-Gun Costigan, the famous bandit.
Oh, who cares about bandits? You looked at the zigzag puzzle winners.
I did. We didn't win. Say, this Costigan's public enemy number one now. Held up another bank. And listen to this. They're offering $50,000 to anyone who'll get him.
That'll be easy money for somebody if he lives to claim it.
Gee, I wish we had a ticket on the RE sweepstakes. Here's a list of winners.
Gracious, what's that?
Hey, Lucky! Hey, Lucky!
Now, what could he be barking at up there on the roof? Danny, look. Look, a man. Man, he's coming through the trap door.
All right, relax and get over against that wall. Move.
Danny, he's got a gun.
Yeah, I use it for a nutcracker.
But who?
All right, keep your trap closed.
I only left it open for the dog. Who are you?
Costigan's my name. Two-Gun Costigan.
Oh, Costigan.
Yeah, Costigan. Mean anything to you?
Oh, yes, we've heard of you.
Well, who hasn't?
Oh, yes, yeah. Why, you're the greatest criminal in the United States.
In Europe, too. I'm bad all over.
Yeah. Now, won't you sit down, Mr. Costigan? What luck. We're just delighted to see you.
Huh?
Oh, Danny, give Mr. Costigan a cigarette and some coffee.
Yeah, that'll be swell. I always drink coffee after I plug a guy.
Yes, after you did you shoot somebody?
Yeah, I've been holding up the First National Bank.
The First Danny, that's the bank where you...
Some dumb clerk tried to pull a gun on me. On me. So I had to plug him.
You had to plug... Is he dead?
No, not from the way he hollered.
Oh, but you got away, Mr. Costigan. Oh, I think that's awfully clever of you.
Yeah, that's me, Two-Gun Costigan. Now, listen, I'm a little bothered, see? There's a price on my head.
Don't we know it?
$50,000.
Yeah, cheapskates. Say, how did you know?
Oh, well, you see, it's here in the paper. We were just reading about it. Your picture's here, too.
Oh, it is? Well, let me see it. Holy cats, these lousy photographers. Look at that chin line and the way my hair's mussed up. These cheap newspaper pictures, they never get no character in this stuff. That thing don't do me justice.
Oh, I should say not. Oh, your face is just full of character.
Yeah, that's because my head's full of ideas. Right now, I'm going to borrow a suit of your husband's clothes.
Well, now, say, wait a minute.
You ain't raising no objections, are you?
No. Nothing like that. Here's the dressing room, and his suits are all hanging up there. Both of them.
Thanks. Now, you two stay right where you are. Keep your mouths shut if you know what's good for you.
Honey, Danny, we've got him.
$50,000? Oh, Danny.
Now, you run and get the police while I hold the door.
But, Danny, the dressing room door won't lock.
Oh.
I know. Lock the outside door and throw the key out of the window.
Well, I don't like it, but okay. I'll lock the door and you padlock the trap door.
Oh, hurry now.
Yeah.
There, the trap's locked. Now throw the key out of the window.
Yep. There it goes. Now we'll write a note and drop it out, too. Didn't I tell you this was our lucky day?
The day isn't over yet.
How's this sound? Police, Two-Gun Costigan is in hiding in number 13, top floor front.
Hey, you might say longing to see you or wish you were here.
Here it goes out the window.
Wait, let me see it. It's still floating. I
See any coppers down there?
Oh, it's you, Mr. Costigan. No, I don't see any coppers. No one but a street sweeper.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Oh, he's just picking up scraps of paper. He's picking them up and putting them in his wagon without even reading them.
Say, Mr. Costigan, with that suit on, you look just like me.
Well, that's the idea. Say, what time do you usually go out, Mr. whatever your name is?
Dixon. Well, I don't go out much these days.
What's the matter? Are you sick?
Oh, no. He just works at home.
What kind of work?
Well, puzzles mostly. We compete for prizes.
What a racket. You ever win anything?
Well, not so far.
Let's see some of this work you're doing.
Well, now here's a puzzle in a magazine. You have to find all the faces hidden in this picture.
See, it looks just like a landscape. But there, you see, is Roosevelt just coming out of the fog.
There's supposed to be 28 faces, but we can only find 26.
Well, I've marked the ones we found, but you couldn't possibly.
Let me see it, will you? Greta Garbo, Mussolini, Lindbergh. Say, I ought to be in here. What the... Oh, here I am in a cloud. Yeah, will you guess who's next to me?
That's the one we haven't found.
Amy Semple McPherson.
Imagine, and we've been hunting for those two faces for a week. Well, we're sure to win that $200 for it now. Thanks.
Thank you. I can do with a couple hundred smackers myself. You got any more of these games?
Oh, no, we haven't.
Do you have to take that gun out again?
Oh, I'm just cleaning it. Like to keep it nice and shiny, you know. It don't go off if you behave.
Oh. Well, here's a zigzag puzzle that you might like to try. They don't pay much, though, only $5.
Well, might as well do something till those cops outside give up.
You've got to fill these squares in with the letters.
Yeah, I see. You need an 8-letter word beginning with G-A-R, huh? G-A-R, gar.
Say, I'll bet that's gargoyle.
Gargoyle? You mean like when you got a sore throat?
No, that's gargle. Show him, Daddy.
Gargoyle.
Oh, I get you. Them stone things where the eyes stick out and the cheek longs out like this.
That's it. Only much more so. Now put your fingers in your mouth and push out your cheeks.
Like this?
Oh, much more. Use both hands.
How's this look?
Oh, that's marvelous. That's perfect. Grab the gun, Daddy.
I got you, Costigan. Hands up.
You should never lay your gun down, Mr. Costigan. I'm ashamed of you.
Yeah, that was a mistake. But I didn't think any guy that sits around the house doping puzzles...
Get moving.
Okay.
But, Danny, the key. We threw that out of the window.
Oh, that's all right, sister. I'll pick the lock for you. Got a wire right here in my pocket. It's one of the first lessons I learned from my old man. Really a cinch when you know how. There you are. Door's all open.
Now, get going, Costigan.
Sure, I'm going. But you've forgotten something already. My name is Two-Gun Costigan.
Jenny, he's got another gun.
Yeah, surprise. You got to remember things like that to win prizes. Stick 'em up. Come on, throw away that gun. It ain't loaded. I just left it on the table to see what you'd do.
It was loaded.
Yeah, that's my mistake. And now get in that closet, both of you. Go on, hurry. Keep your mouths shut. I'm locking the door, but I'll leave the key on the outside. Wait a second. There, I'm leaving you my autograph for your memoirs, lady.
Oh, Mrs. Dixon! Mrs. Dixon, what's the matter? Where are you? What is it? Oh, goodness gracious.
Where did he go?
Two-Gun Costigan.
Oh, Danny, he's gone. $50,000 for his capture, and he walks right away.
Mercy on me.
All he left behind was his old clothes.
Well, that's something. If you can't use his old clothes, I can. My nephew's out of a job and can use anything he can get.
Oh, then take 'em. I'm going back to work tomorrow morning.
What?
Thanks to Costigan, there's a temporary vacancy at the First National Bank.
Mrs. Dixon, are you sure I can have this suit?
Oh, yes, take it.
But I found something in the pockets, a paper.
Well, finders, keepers, it's yours.
Oh, thank you. Could I see your newspaper a minute?
Sure, there it is. And there's his picture right there, too. The man we could have retired on.
Oh, I'm not interested in him. It's the Irish sweepstakes. The winning numbers are here, and I found a ticket in these pants. Glory be, I've just won $100,000.
Oh, Danny.
And after a whole year of trying, what luck.
A sweepstake ticket for $100,000, and it's mine.
Hey, you're kind of noisy, ain't you?
Mercy on us.
Costigan.
Two-gun Costigan, and I left my other gun. Felt kind of lost without it. And I'll take that ticket, too.
You give me that.
Quiet. Whose ticket was this anyways, 10,000 from the bank, a couple of hundred from a puzzle, and 100,000 from a sweepstake. It sure is my lucky day.
Thank you, Glenda Farrell, for a fine performance. And I hope by the time you meet Charlie McCarthy, your luck will have changed, because you have to be lucky to keep ahead of him. The Chase and Sandborn Hour with W.C. Fields, Nelson Eddy, Edgar Bergen, and Charlie McCarthy, Dorothy Lamour, and Glenda Farrell will continue in just a moment.
There's a weird quirk in broadcasting these old shows. Some people ask why we don't play the music. Well, we have the rights to the shows. We have the rights to a lot of other things. But the music is a whole different factor. If it's just what they call bridge music, introductory music, that's one thing. But carrying the whole shows, it gets into a whole big copyright mess, so we just cut those out. The Chase and Sandborn Hour, August 22nd, 1937, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
You ever make a change and then think, why didn't I do this years ago? Well, that's how people feel about switching to Medishare for their health care, especially now with inflation the way it is. People are very happy with the savings. Most families save about $500 a month when they switch. It's a huge help when prices are going up so fast in so many other areas. And Medishare's customer satisfaction rate is double that of health insurance. It's just a different experience, and people really like that. Medishare is an alternative to health insurance. It's a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills, and it's been going strong for over 25 years. It really is the gold standard, the most trusted name in healthcare sharing. Find out why people love it, find out why they rave about the customer service, and find out how good it feels to save some money right now. They're super easy to talk to. Here's the number, 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE, 833-34-BIBLE.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues with the second half of the Chase and Sandborn Hour. August 22nd, 1937. W.C. Fields will be up soon.
Lemonade, get your dated lemonade here. Superb blend, one choice. Lemon, 3 gallons of water. You can't miss lemonade.
Say, Charlie, there's a reporter waiting to interview you.
Oh, no, I can't see reporters. I'm too busy. Bergen's hand is tired now from signing my autograph.
Say, look, Charlie, would it make any difference if I told you that this reporter was a charming young lady with lovely blonde hair?
I can't. What? Is she? Oh. Well, now, you should say those things, Amici. Remember, never keep the reporter waiting.
Charlie, this is Miss Glenda Farrell, the screen's ace newspaper woman, known to press and public as Torchy Blaine.
Oh, boy, is she a knockout. I'm carrying a torch for Torchy.
Hello, Mr. McCarthy. Now, all I want is the story of your life.
Well, I haven't lived it yet, but...
Oh, now, don't be so modest. From all the reports I get, you've done quite all right for a young man.
Well, I've had my moments, yes. You know you have lovely eyes, Miss Farrell, Miss Blaine, a Torchy, a cutie pie.
Hold on there now, McCarthy. Don't count on adding me to your list. Where were you born, Mr. McCarthy?
Well, I was born... Oh, I see. Hard-boiled newspaper name, huh?
Were you born, Charlie, or did you sprout from the soil?
Well, you've been talking to Fields again, huh? Well,
Mr. McCarthy, can I quote you as saying that Dorothy Lamour is your big moment?
she was up to now, yes.
Oh, come. Let's not mix love and business.
All right, let's drop the business then, huh?
Now, listen, Playboy McCarthy, I've met your kind before.
Yeah?
Just because I'm a girl reporter, what makes you think you can make love to me?
Well, I don't know. I read so much about freedom of the press, I didn't know.
Well, the last man who said something like that to me kept a raw steak over one eye for a week.
Well, strike me blank. Are you a boxing reporter?
No, but I can arrange to have your ears boxed if you get too fresh.
You'd do that to me?
I wouldn't hesitate.
Now, Bergen, you stop putting those words in my mouth. I'm getting in trouble. Well, looks like this is going to be just an interview, huh?
Yes, doesn't it? Is monkey business your only business?
Well, no. I really have a big lemonade business here. I'm a magnate. I have a corner on a lemonade stand, on a corner on a stand on a lemonade.
Oh, why, Charlie, why didn't you tell me that before? Well, you're a big lemonade magnate, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I just love big businessmen.
Yeah. Now, let's stick to the interview here now. Do you want to know where I was born?
No, I don't care about that, really. Does your lemonade business run into big profits?
Well, is this for publication?
No, this is just between us.
Yeah, I see. Well, we do anywhere from $400.
Does it really go as high as $100?
No, all of that. Yes, indeed. And with a good bookkeeping, I can run it even a little higher.
Oh, that's marvelous, Charlie.
Yes, indeed.
When do we go to Atlantic City, huh?
Atlantic City. Now, wait a minute here. Now.
Now, look, I don't need more than 10 or 12 new gowns and a small Rolls Royce. Not the big one, a small one.
Sure.
And a diamond bracelet or two. Not the big stones, 10, 20 carats.
Sure.
That'll be all right.
Sure.
You don't mind if I ask for a few little trinkets like that?
No, I don't
Charlie?
mind if you ask. I don't mind.
I'd like to have a yacht, too.
Why not? Well, no, the yacht's out, no. You might fall overboard.
Oh, Charlie, how could I possibly fall overboard?
Well, I could push you.
Yes, you could, but I could push a little myself.
Remember, I float now.
Oh, I can just picture it, Charlie. We two together.
Yes.
Oh, and we're going to have fun.
Well, yes. Now, wait a minute. Now, just a moment here. What are you trying to make out of this? Now, I'll tell you why. Why don't you have Bergen? Why don't you have him take you out? Now, there's a man of wealth.
Bergen?
Uh-huh.
Bergen has money? Oh.
He's the ideal boyfriend, I'm telling you.
Yes. You think he'd be all right for me, huh?
Yes. He has money. Swimming pool, townhouse, badminton court, and all that stuff.
Well, that's wonderful.
Confidential.
Well, if I can't have you, then that's something to think about.
Yes, not much, but it's something.
So, Bergen has money.
Oh, scat.
That's very interesting. By the way, Charlie, what does Bergen do to make his money?
Well, I don't know. All I do is sit on his knee, that's all.
Move over, Charlie.
Have no fear. Larceny Whipsnade will be coming up shortly as the Chase and Sandborn Hour from August 22nd, 1937 continues on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Yeah. Can I have a drink? Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, a man we don't hear often enough on radio. A tremendous wit as we hear the introduction of Mr. W.C. Fields as the Chase and Sandborn Hour continues from August 22nd, 1937.
He roams the universe. He girdles the globe. He hurries here. He scurries there. He travels everywhere, but we don't care where he goes as long as he comes around to tell us about it. W.C. Fields. Well, how you feeling, Bill?
I feel very well, thank you, Don. Just spent a most delightful weekend.
A delightful weekend? Where were you?
I was in Hawaii. Amazing country, Hawaii, Don. The creature over there with aloha. The elevation, I believe, the old Missouri salutation, aloha.
Oh, so that's where it came from, huh?
Oh, yeah. When you get there, they say aloha. When you leave, they say aloha. Doesn't seem to be any goodbye in Hawaii.
How long were you there, Bill?
Oh, I said about 2 weeks, Don.
Oh, wait a minute, Bill. You were here last week. You couldn't have been in Hawaii.
Oh, how right you are, Donald. How right you are. Make a Catalina Island. Green freckle on the blue torso of the Pacific.
Now, Bill, please.
I was born up in the ocean, Don. Got salt in my veins. And a bottle of...
What?
Something or other. Anything.
Bill, wait a minute. You were brought up on the ocean?
Well, that was more of a river.
Well, what river were you brought up on?
Well, to tell you the truth, Don, the stream from the dye works used to trickle down past our door and under the house.
Oh, I see.
We'd sail boats in it, Don. One day we'd have a green boat, and the next day a red boat.
I never figured Mr. Fields was brought up on water, was you?
Very good, Charles. Very good. How'd you like me to take a gimlet and put a dimple in your little chin?
Now, Bill.
All right, Charles, all right, Charles.
Yes, sir. Bill, look, let's get back to Catalina.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know how to get back there now.
Look, Bill. Tell me, Bill, did you fly over there?
Oh, they crossed me, yeah. No, I didn't fly. Oh, stop. The listeners will hate that. They want to know what it's all about.
Bill, look, did you fly over to Catalina?
Oh, no, I didn't fly, Don. Give me old terra firma. The more firma, the less terra. By the way, Don, you know how the island of Catalina got its name?
No, Bill, I haven't the slightest idea.
You haven't, eh? No. Well, it was named by an old Portuguese buccaneer, Aloysius de la Mockenbach. Originally from the lower side of East New York. Had his wife with him, Don.
He did, huh?
All captains have mates. Her name was Lena. Lena de la Mockenbach.
Yeah, but Bill, what made him give the name to that island?
Oh, patience, Don. Patience is a virtue. Seldom in a woman and seldom in a... Just seldom.
Bill, what made him call it Catalina?
Oh, he was standing by the island one day, Don, and he smelled a herd of goats. I saw a herd of goats. And a covey of cows that were jumping from crag to crag. Oh, thank you, Charles. They were climbing from rock to rill.
Yeah, wait a minute. Cows climbing rills?
Oh, perhaps I should have said swimming the rills, Don, using the Australian crawl. He saw the cows through his spyglass.
Now, go ahead, Bill.
Aloysius de la Mockenbach was not a man to be foiled. He nudged his wife in the rib.
In the rib, Bill?
It was a great ribber, Don. Nudged his wife in the rib. She said, look. He said, look, rather. Says cattle, Lena.
Oh, yeah, Catalina.
Oh, it's very
So that's how it got its name, huh?
Yes, your deductions amaze me, Don. The second mate, a man with the name of Joseph Miller, fractured his skull with a baseball bat. Later, they dramatized the joke and made the three-act play out of it.
Say, that's very interesting, Bill. How do you know so much about pirates?
Oh, my uncle was a pirate, Don.
Is that so?
Yeah, he was sitting on the front porch in his undershirt and socks one Sunday morning. Great man for comfort, Don.
Yeah, I can see that.
Here to say we only live once. Perhaps you've heard the saying, Don.
Yeah, I think I have, Bill.
It was there he decided to be a pirate. Dear old Uncle Larceny. That was his name, Don, Uncle Larceny.
Yeah, Bill, Uncle Larceny.
We're all descendants from the old Larceny family. Perhaps you've heard of them, too.
No, Bill, I never did.
We all have Larceny in our blood on both sides of the family. He used to call my Uncle Honest John.
Well, how did your uncle get the name of Honest John?
Oh, he used to run a nip and goat bar, Don. One day, a buccaneer, Carlos Diaz Portillo, came into my uncle's saloon in one glass eye, made of shatterproof glass, with an automatic wiper.
An automatic wiper for a glass eye?
Save Kleenex.
Yeah. What color were his eyes?
Light blue and a black mounting with slight traces of green.
Oh, it must have been very pretty.
Along about sundown, it'll get pretty bleary, though. He'd take his glass eye out, rub it off on the lapel of his coat. He always wore an alpaca coat down with a mink fur collar.
Yeah, Bill, yeah.
Then he put the eye in a small glass of eye wash, which he always carried for the purpose.
Oh, very sanitary, Bill.
After Carlos Diaz Portillo finished drinking his and eating his meal, I beg your pardon, he would take the eye from the glass and carefully replace it in its socket.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
One day after he got through with a sumptuous repast, including steak covered with chops and a side order of raw liver.
Raw liver, Bill?
Raw liver with tartar sauce, very good with mustard.
Yeah, all right, Bill. Well, what happened to Carlos Diaz Portillo's...
All right. Carlo walked out of the saloon, out of Uncle's saloon, forgot his glass eye. A few days later, he came back to the saloon. My uncle found the eye. In the meantime, he put it carefully away in the cash register, containing some old IOUs.
An eye in the IOU.
Yeah. Black Widow Spider and Aunt Bella's old hat pin that he used to pick blocks with.
Bill, you were talking about Carlos Dios Portolo.
Yeah, that's right. Donna, whatever made me think of that. Yes, thank you. Carlos Diaz, don't go away, dear. There's going to be a good one in a minute. Carlos Diaz, my uncle said, Carlo.
Yes?
Yes. Where were you last Sabbath? Just when you were in here, you forgot your glass eye. You killed the cat. You forgot your glass eye. Here it is. And he returned the eye.
Well, that was nice of him, Bill.
Yes, that's how he got his name, Don, of Honest John. He returned the man's glass eye.
Oh, that's marvelous, Bill.
Yeah.
But suppose you tell us more about Catalina.
Oh, yeah, it's full of goats, Don. The peculiar thing about the goats in Catalina, they haven't any noses.
Yeah, but Mr. Fields, if they don't have noses, how do they smell?
Something awful. I knew it.
Sort of stuck my neck right out for that one.
Tell me, Bill, did you travel in the famous Catalina glass-bottom boat?
Oh, yes, we examined the flora and fauna.
How did you like it?
Flora was a little fat the day we were there, Don. Probably been eating too much abalone.
No matter how you slice it, it's still abalone, isn't it?
Very good job, very good. We had a bit of excitement in the glass-bottom boat, Don.
You did, Bill? What happened?
Monterey was on board.
Oh.
She looked through the glass-bottom boat, saw a reflection of her mouth in the water, thought it was a canoe, and tried to step into it and was almost drowned.
Well, that was terrible, Bill.
Yes, was, Don. It was awful. The joke and everything. There was more than the water, surrounded by barking dogfish and mewing catfish. Thank you, John.
Bill, what did you do?
Oh, we decided to drop anchor. The only anchor we could find was one tattooed on the Chinese cook's chest. So we threw him overboard. I quick put down my sleeve. I had an anchor tattooed on the forearm.
Well, look, did you save Martha, Bill?
I was there. We captured a sea monster, Don. It had 3 heads and 8 legs.
Oh, I'll forget about Martha. You caught a sea monster with 3 heads and 8 legs, Bill?
Yes, I thought it was a sea monster, Don. It was only after I dragged it out that I learned that I'd captured 2 girls on a surfboard.
Yeah, now, wait a minute, Mr. Fields. 2 girls have only 4 legs.
That's right, my diminutive little calculator. But I didn't neglect to mention that they had a dog with them.
Oh,
that makes it more difficult.
That's okay, that's okay.
My father was a deep-sea diver, Don, a very polite old gentleman.
Is that so, Bill?
Yeah, he was drowned, Don, through being over-courteous.
Well, he was? How did that happen?
Well, on one of his trips to the ocean floor...
Wait a minute, Bill. What was your father doing on the ocean floor?
Putting down a little new linoleum. It was there that he met and fell in love with a mermaid. She played him for a chill. It was love at first sight.
A mermaid, huh, Bill?
Charles. Yes. She weighed 105 pounds and her stocking thin. He would wave his handkerchief to her. I forgot to tell you, he used to carry a handkerchief with him, Don. She would wave her tail back at him.
So your father fell in love with a mermaid, huh, Bill?
Yes. Yeah, he was the salt of the earth, and she was the salt of the sea.
Oh, go on, Bill. This is
and
very
used to meet
romantic.
underwater. I'm going as fast as I can, Don. Oh, it's your turn to be quick.
Yeah, that's a nice romantic place to meet,
Yeah,
Bill.
well, what do you mean? I would say something about it. So, you okay? You're going to not say about her stays, eh? Yeah. He didn't wear corsets. I should have told that joke 50 years ago. Never should have revived it.
But, Bill, you said your father died by being too polite.
Yes, he did, Don. I'll tell you. One day, Paul was getting ready to propose to little Minnie the mermaid. He put on his best diving suit, double-breasted with 2 belts.
Yeah, Bill, 2 belts.
With 2 belts. One was the belt in the coat, and the other was one mother's idea. She thought he needed a good belt ever so often.
Bill, wait.
Yeah, he would put on his diving helmet and descend to meet his finny love.
Well, was she waiting for him, Bill?
Yes, she was, Don. She was taking a bath the first time Father met her. He said, "Pardon me, I didn't know anyone was using the ocean."
That's very polite of him.
Oh, he's very polite, Don. In fact, Father's chivalry caused his death.
Your father was killed, huh, Bill?
Yeah, Father was drowned. He forgot he was at the bottom of the ocean. He tipped his helmet and died of water on the brain.
dramatic guests, Miss Glenda Farrell, and for our regular company, Nelson Eddy, W.C. Fields, Edgar Bergen, and Charlie McCarthy, Dorothy Lamour, and Robert Armbruster. And may I say to those of you who have listened to this broadcast that this hour with you is made possible by your purchases of Chase and Sandborn dated coffee. Such purchases are the finest way of telling us that you enjoy our show. Next week, we'll all be looking forward to meeting you again, so until next Sunday at the same time, this is yours sincerely, don-ameche, saying au revoir.
Drums in My Heart from Through the Years and The Big Show from Ramon Kern's Head Over Heels. This is Carlton Cadell speaking for Chase and Sandborn. This is the Red Network of the National Broadcasting Company.
Unlike other people who portrayed drinking routines, Fields' alcoholism was factual. He had difficulty, and it affected his health dramatically, so much that by 1938, he couldn't be in movies at that point in time. It was too very demanding on him, and he was chronically ill because of his drinking. So instead, he turned to the radio. And quite frankly, when you hear him in these bits, he's still brilliant. He can ad-lib. He can make the audience roar with laughter, and he did it all the way until his passing back in 1946. He was 66 years old, but his acting, the early stuff, the 30s movies that you can still see of him today, and that's where I became a W.C. Fields fan, those early 1930s movies. Those were played because they were available cheap, and we had a local independent television station in Kansas City. That's where I fell in love with W.C. Fields, an amazing performer. August 22nd, 1937, Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, W.C. Fields, also Glenda Farrell, and we cannot forget the wonderful don-ameche here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Please visit my webpage, classicradio.stream. There you can stream our shows on demand. You can learn more about building a classic radio collection of your own. You can contact me. You can find our links to social media there. You can also find a number of the places where our shows are available via podcast, so you can download them to your computer or have them on your phone. And you can also buy me a coffee. That's where we can also find some great classic radio shows that are not publicly available. And we'll bring those to you here if you buy me a coffee. That's at classicradio.stream. We've bound a few, and we got more to come. I'm Wyatt Cox. Thanks for tuning in. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite station.